What's going on, everybody? It is Big L here, bringing you our Week 5 Team Builder for WPF. And this week, we are taking on Coach PardusV and the Las Vegas Golden Magnemites. And as you can see, he's got a super threatening team. He's got Spectrier, Mega Aerodactyl, Metagross, Nidoking, Rillaboom, Swampert, Ribombee, Articuno, Turtonator, Pangoro, and Raikou. We are yet again the match of the week in the Gyarados division. We're both 3-1. We are at +8, and I believe he's at +10. Just doing some quick math with the numbers up top there. But first thing I thought of whenever I first looked at his team was we don't have to face weather. For the first time in a month, we don't have to play against weather, which is really nice. Bad news is, this is back-to-back weeks we have to play a champion of the WPF. Pardus has won the higher division twice, so he's a really good battler, really good prepper, definitely knows his stuff. Also, another bad thing is, last week we had to deal with Nidoqueen. This week we have to deal with Nidoking, and if you watch our team builder from last week, we don't switch into that very well. Also, Mega Aerodactyl going to be a huge problem for us. It's so fast with base 150 speed, hits like a truck with tough claws, and now that it has access to dual wing beat, it has a really good physical flying stab that it can make use of that really good attack stat. Spectrier hits really hard with those, stab ghost type moves. Its lack of coverage limits it, but it's still a really good mon if you're not prepared for it. I know that he said in chat before that he wishes he could have brought the Metagross before now. I think it comes this week because I think it has a really good matchup against us. Rillaboom is one of those new threats. This thing is going to be an absolute terror no matter what your team is. Swampert, a good Pokemon. It can be bulky. Flip turn makes it makes a really good pivot. Ribombee is a mon that he's used really well so far this season, bringing it with webs. I think he set webs a couple times, but it can set up a quiver dance and really tear through a team because it's got really good speed and really good special attack. Articuno is a great wall. Turtonator, if it gets a shell smash up, it can really poke holes in your team with stab, fire, and dragon moves. Pangoro, huge threat to our team. Fighting and dark, two typings that we don't deal with the best and got some good abilities. And then Raikou is really strong. It's got that sub-call mindset, can be really tough for it to deal with. Losing hidden power sucks because it doesn't really have the best ways to hit grass types anymore. It gets scald for ground types, but it doesn't really hit grass types all that hard. So whenever I look at his team, what I expect, I expect whenever it comes time for the match, I definitely expect the Mega Aerodactyl, I expect the Metagross, I expect Nidoking, I expect Rillaboom, I expect Pangoro, and then I think his 6th will probably either be Ribombee or Raikou. I could see it being Spectrier, maybe even Articuno, but I think his last spot will be between those two. So the only mons that he would bring that would really surprise me would really be the Turtonator or the Swampert. Just because of what those things do, I think he has better options on his team available to him. But I think we have a pretty decent team this week. I think we prepared well for it. So let's get into it. This week, what we're bringing is the Mega Lopunny. This is 40 HP, leftover stats, max attack, 216 speed, jolly. This outruns Spectrier. No matter what set it runs, it can run max speed, timid. We outspeed it. U-turn, close combat, agility, and triple axle. I really wanted to run adamant this week, but Pardus's speed tiers are so good. Just excuse me for one second, take a drink. Pardus's speed tiers are so good that I wasn't able to do that. I was hoping I could maybe run Adamant to outspeed something, because I am running agility this week. I feel like if I am able to get an agility off, maybe late game, nothing really wants to switch into the close combat or triple axle. So I could really punch holes. So if I get his team weakened down, maybe I can get an agility off, and we can really tear through this team. Maybe late game sweep. Triple axle guaranteed kills if I get all 3 hits. Mega Aerodactyl, it guaranteed kills if I get all 3 hits. The Nidoking and the Rillaboom. So we really have to be careful with that Rillaboom because obviously Grassy Glide, but I don't think with the HP investment he has to be adamant choice band to be able to OHKO with a Grassy Glide. So that's really nice. But other than that, it's just a standard set for Lopunny. Next up is Sarina. Basic set, just leftovers instead of the Assault Vest this time. We are still Queenly Majesty, 252 HP, max HP, max defense, Impish. This thing is basically a Rillaboom counter. U-turn would still do a lot if he's adamant choice band, but if we can maybe get a Trop Kick off on it, lower its attack. But we can U-turn, knock off, Trop Kick, and then I'm bringing Synthesis this week because I do want this thing to be able to wall Rillaboom. Being able to keep my HP high is going to be really important. Also, if he does bring Sub-Calm Mind Raikou, or Raikou, however it's pronounced, we can wall that as well. Even if he's at +3, he still doesn't 2-hit KO us with Shadow Ball, I believe. It's either +3 or +2, but we can still wall it. We break its sub every time with Trop Kick, so that set is not really a problem for us. And so that's basically it. If we can get a knockoff on something like a Metagross, maybe Nidoking tries to switch in on a knockoff, that'd be great. But that's basically it for that set. It's a pretty simple set. Next up is Vaporeon. Again, it's a really basic set. Max HP, max defense. It's supposed to be Impish as well. I guess I forgot to give it a nature on Showdown. But this week we're bringing Flip Turn, Icy Wind, Wish, and Protect. This is our main Mega Aerodactyl counter. And I think I'm leaning towards leading it this week. Because it can eat any hit that Nidoking would want to go for. Modest, Life Orb, Sheer Force, Thunderbolt from Nidoking only does about 70% to us, I think. So we can get a nice Flip Turn off and get out of there and get into something that can threaten it out, like Mega Lopunny or something like that. Icy Wind is in maybe late game. Instead of getting a Flip Turn to put ourselves in a better position, maybe slowing it down is more important. I feel like Icy Wind could be a huge bring for us. He does have a lot of fast threats, so the ability to slow some things down will be really important. And then Wish and Protect are just there just for longevity. Past wishes to things like Sarina, past things to, spoiler alert, Druddigan, which is coming again this week. And just hopefully keep the whole team healthy. We were kind of worried about a Dragon Dance or a Hone Claws variant of Mega Aerodactyl. I think he needs all 4 of his moves this week for things that I can potentially bring. But this set, for him to have a roll to OHKO, he would have to get to +3 and bring Thunder Fang. So he could bring it, but if he brings Rillaboom and Raikou, I don't see him bringing Thunder Fang on his Aerodactyl. He could, like I said, Pardus is a great battler, great prepper. He could have it, but that thing would need to be at +3 to have a roll to OHKO us with Thunder Fang. And I just don't see a situation where I let him get to +3 for free. And Flip Turn does a good amount of damage to him. Next up, we have Togekiss, and this is a max 240 HP, 92 special attack, which is just kind of what I had left over from my other EVs, 12 Spadef, and 164 speed, Calm Nature. Instead of going max HP and 12 Spadef, instead of going max HP and 0 Spadef, this spread makes it so there is only one roll that Nidoking could get with a Sludge Wave against us to OHKO us from full. If I just run max HP, no Spadef with Calm, there are 2 rolls it could possibly get. The 164 speed is to outrun Jolly Pangoro. If he brings Pangoro, I'm pretty sure he'll bring Adamant, but I don't want to get sped crept. I don't want to get surprised. And then like I said, the 92 special attack is just what I had left over. I don't need the extra punch this week. This is more of a pure Pangoro check. So we brought Heat Wave. Heat Wave is just a coverage move to hit things like the Metagross. If we didn't have this, Metagross would be kind of free if I brought, say, dual stabs, Dazzling Gleam and Air Slash. And Heat Wave also hits things like the Rillaboom, which is another thing I would love to get a burn on. Everything that doesn't switch into Heat Wave that well, I would love to get a burn on. Also, so like Metagross, which could be his switch into this if he brings it. Would love to get it's a 20% chance to burn instead of a 10% chance because of Serene Grace, which is nice. Dazzling Gleam, that's just a move that OHKO's Pangoro. I don't have to worry about it missing. Dazzling Gleam is 100% accurate. And then Roost and Defog, I don't want a bunch of hazards up. I don't want webs up. So if he gets those up with Rabombi, I want to be able to get rid of them. And I didn't really feel like I could fit Rapid Spin on this arena set this week. Next up is Galvantula. We're bringing it with the Choice Scarf this week. Mainly, this is just a way for me to potentially revenge Mega Aerodactyl. I don't see him leading Mega Aerodactyl, but if I lead Vaporeon and he leads Mega Aerodactyl, I can flip turn out, eat whatever hit he wants to go for, flip turn out, bring this in, and then in most situations, a Volt Switch KOs. So we are 80 HP, which is just leftover. I didn't know where else to put it. Max special attack, 176 speed, modest. This is enough speed for us to outrun Choice Scarf, Timid Nidoking. I don't think that's the set he'll bring, but I figure, I might as well bring the speed to outspeed it if I need to. And so with Thunder, which guaranteed OHKO's Mega Aerodactyl if it hits, Compound Eyes doesn't make it 100% effective, 100% accurate, unfortunately. Volt Switch, again, if I don't need to click Thunder, or if I think I'm in a position where, I would rather have momentum than get a big hit off on something, obviously, and if Mega Aerodactyl is chipped down, this does like 70 to 85% to Mega Aerodactyl, so if it is chipped down, I don't have to risk the miss on Thunder, I can just click Volt Switch. Giga Drain, that's just there so I can do a little bit of damage. I can hit Swampert super effectively, get some nice health back. And then Bug Buzz. The other stab, this is so I can do a decent chunk of damage to Metagross, and I can do a decent chunk of damage to the Pangoro, mainly. But this Mon is basically here, like I said, to simply be able here to revenge Mega Aerodactyl. It's 100% job. If Mega Aerodactyl for some unknown reason doesn't come, I'm willing to throw this thing away. No questions asked. And then last but not least, we are bringing the Druddigon again this week. Hopefully it doesn't get confused and hits up a confusion turn like it did the last time and limit its use. We're bringing Rough Skin Rocky Helmet this week. Max HP, max defense. This is the only thing on my team that can take any 2 hits from Banded, Adamant, Rillaboom, and just like Vaporeon, if the Mega Aerodactyl has to get to +3 and have Ice Fang to have a roll to kill this. So it's another way that I can, depending on what set he has, it's a way that I can potentially wall Mega Aerodactyl. If you can't tell, I'm kind of scared of Mega Aerodactyl. I don't like having things on the other team that can outspeed my Mega Lopunny. That's not something I've had to experience yet this season, outside of weather, of course. But I don't like it. But we're, again, like I said, we're max HP, max defense. Stealth Rocks, Glare, if I can get a Glare off, like I said, if I can get a Glare off on that Mega Aerodactyl, that would be huge. If I can get a Glare off on Nidoking, that would be huge. If I can get a Glare off on the Rabombi, that would be really big, or the Spectrier. There's a lot of Mons on his team that want to go fast, and if we can slow them down, that's huge. Also, Fire Punch is here, just so I have a way to deal some damage to the Metagross. I can deal some damage to the Rillaboom, the Rabombi. he has to have a life orb to be able to kill and be modest, I believe. Or timid life orb. So for a Moonblast to Oko me from full. And like I said, we can Fire Punch it and get some really nice damage off on it. And then Dragon Tail, again, that stops setup. So if, for example, I have Vaporeon in front of Mega Aerodactyl, he tries to set up like a Dragon Dance or a Hone Claws on my flip turn, I can say no, shut that down, go right out into this. I'm not scared. If I'm at full, I know I can live any hit. He can go for whatever move he wants to go for, and I can Dragon Tail it out. And then boom, between those two moves, Mega Aerodactyl is pretty worn down. So that's the team we're bringing. I'm really not that confident, honestly, about this matchup. Pardus has an unbelievably terrifying team, and we're going to have to play extremely, extremely well to have a chance. But you know what? We're gonna play hard, and I feel like we've been playing really well. Even in our loss, we did not play poorly. We had a few unfortunate things go against us early. I made a misclick, and we still had a chance in the end. But we're gonna have to keep playing that well to have a chance this week. Pardus, great battler, great prepper. You don't win a tough league like the WPF Gyarados League twice on accident. Shout outs to T4U and Big Shane again for helping me prep for this battle. We really want to keep it going. Like I've said before several times, it was really important to me to have a good season this season. We're having one so far. I'd love to pick up a win on one of these match of the weeks. You know, we lost the last one, unfortunately. Would love to pick this one up. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to have a link down below to all the other content creators in the WPF and a link to the Discord. So if you're from somewhere else, want to drop in and say hi, want to drop in and maybe see if you have a replacement spot open up in either league, or if you just want to drop in and just hang out. It's a really chill group. But thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys later.